Ikoso peeps, it's Oz. It's been a long time since I've just vlogged without, wigs and makeup and crazy costumes. Well, I want to announce the winners of the last 2 contests I did. So the winners will be revealed at the end of this video. I want to talk about bullying. The reason why I'm talking about this topic is because 3 people that I regularly watch on YouTube made videos about it. First of all, FindMeInKurume's video. I'll probably link to his video down there somewhere. He made a video about his experience with bullying. And then there's also Gimmeaflakeman, who did a video about the story of the boy in Japan who was bullied and committed suicide. And finally, the 3rd YouTuber who's never heard of me, never watched my video, and probably will never see this, but this is for KevJumba, because he made a great video on bullying as well. So while I'm talking about my experience with bullying, I'm also going to be eating a variety of snacks. The main reason is because when I get sad or when I think about the past and I get depressed, I usually eat. Like kill a bird with 2 stones. Although I'd never kill a bird because, I like animals. So the first chocolate I'm going to introduce is Aero. Now this is available all over the world, but this is Choco Mint flavor. Chocolate ice cream flavor. And they come pre-packaged in little small ones. I'm already starting to feel better. Bullying. Now you guys are probably thinking, this brown, short, overweight, hairy, awkward guy, there's no way he could have been bullied when he was young. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I was. Especially since I went to a school where I was a visible minority. My school was pretty much made up of Italian and Greek and, Caucasian people. There's only 3 brown guys in my school. I was bullied every day. Usually something little like being tripped or pushed out of the way or just kind of slapped in the head or made fun of. But once in a while, when a rugby player or a football player was pissed off and wanted to impress his girlfriend, I'd get some of the more aggressive bullying. Once this kid brought a giant rubber snake to class and he whipped me with it on my legs. Another time this guy banged my head on the cement floor. Surprisingly, I didn't pass out or get any stitches or anything. I was thrown from the stairs at one point, and one of the most embarrassing moments was one time I was in class and we were all doing group work, and this guy just came behind me and he pulled down my pants, revealing my purple underwear. See, it was actually black underwear in the beginning, but my mom was going through this bleaching phase where she'd bleach everything. And so she bleached my black underwear and it became like a light pinkish purple. Thanks, Mom. Here is my ultimate memorable bullying moment. But before we begin, let's eat some Dar's mint chocolate. Yes, Dar's, the Japanese chocolate company, has also decided to come out with some mint chocolate. This is a piece of Dar's. This one has less of a minty taste. It's more like a dark chocolate mix. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm not very athletic. And that's the same as junior high school. I wasn't very athletic. So during lunch hour, when we had free time, I'd sit outside and watch the boys play baseball. So one of these days when I was watching baseball, there was this guy named Cameron with his 2 friends. And I could tell they were behind me. I didn't know exactly what they're doing. I wasn't really paying attention. And since I was a fat kid that had nothing better to do than eat snacks, I had a 7-Eleven Slurpee with me as well. Now while I was drinking, I felt a little small rock, like a pebble, hit the back of my head. I turned around and I noticed that Cameron and his 2 friends were laughing. But what could I do? I let it go. So I kept watching the game. However, another pebble came flying at me and hit me in my ear. I gave them a dirty look and I hoped that they'd get the hint. Of course they didn't, and then they threw an even bigger rock. Luckily it didn't hit me in the head, but this time I turned around and I yelled at them to stop it. In that girly, whiny voice I have. Then they laughed, and instead of stopping, they got a chunk full of sand from the sandbox thing that was next to the baseball diamond, and they kind of threw it into my face. So I kind of stood up and I kind of walked away, and then I sat down in a different place. But they followed me, of course, and then they put sand into my Slurpee. You don't mess with the fat kid's food. So I yelled at them, "Stop it, you assholes!" Then Cameron got pissed and said, "What'd you call me?" Then I was like, "Well, don't throw anything at me. I'm trying to watch the game. Just leave me alone." And then he took the sand that was still in his hand and he put it on my head like this. So I got angry, I stood up, went a few steps back, and I threw the Slurpee right into his shirt. His friends were like, "Oh!" And then they started laughing at him. He turned red and he came towards me and tried to grab me. I kind of put my foot in the way trying to kick him, and he grabbed my leg and he took my shoe off. Now let's eat some Galbo Minis. These are also surprisingly mint flavored. Are you seeing the trend here? Mint chocolate on the outside, chocolate in the inside. Good choice. Then, like a baby, he took my shoe to the sandbox and started filling it with sand. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. So I was hobbling over to him saying, "Give me my shoe back," when out of the blue, this guy from the baseball field just sprinted over to us and pushed him onto the ground. And then he was like, you mess with him, you mess with me. Cameron and his friends kind of just hobbled off, and I could hear Cameron say, oh, I'm gonna get you, and kind of like ran away. And that guy was really cool. He was like one of the popular guys in school, and everyone knew him, and he'd never even talked to me before, but I was so shocked that he helped me out. Let's take a little mint break. This is Meiji's Feel Mint. Let's see how it feels. Ooh, very elegant looking. That's what it tastes like too. So I thought everything was over, but then the next day I was walking to school, and as I'm walking, going through this little pathway, I saw his two friends kind of just standing there looking at me. Now as I walked closer towards the two guys, I kind of saw Cameron coming out of the bushes, and he had a gun. Now this is the 80s when people used to bring firecrackers and knives and all that shit to school, so I wasn't surprised that he was bringing a gun, but the closer I got, I realized that it wasn't a real gun, it was a BB gun. Looking back, I'm surprised I actually walked towards him even after I saw the gun. Maybe I didn't want to get shot in the back of my head or something, I don't know. So I walked right up to him and his friends, and his two friends grabbed me and they threw me to the ground. And then Cameron got on top of me and pretty much put the gun right into my ear. And then he was like, I'm gonna shoot you in the ear, I'm gonna shoot you in the ear and you're gonna be deaf, man. You made me clean my shirt. Look at this, my mom had to do my laundry, you made me clean my shirt. And I think he wanted a reaction, he wanted me to cry or scream or fight, but I was just sitting there calmly. I just told him, you know what, if you want to do it, just hurry up, because we're gonna be late for school. And also, if you do shoot me in the ear, you realize I'm gonna be bleeding or something, and I'm gonna be lying here waiting for an ambulance. So I'm not gonna have to go to school, and you're gonna be the one that has to explain to the principal why I'm deaf. And for some reason it actually worked. He got all freaked out and he was like trying to play it off like, oh man, this guy's gonna tell on us on the... So basically they just said, let's just get out of here, let's go to school. And then they left me alone. Pocky has also brought out a mint Pocky. So now fans of Pocky and fans of mint have the perfect snack. Huh, it's brown. I really thought it would be green. Oh well, let's try it. That day I realized two things. One is I'm definitely not a fighter. I think I'd rather get beat up than throw a punch. Does that mean I'm a coward? I don't know. And the second thing is that bullies are really confused. I mean, sometimes they just do stupid things without thinking and they don't realize the consequences. Now in both KevJumba's vlog and in FindMeInKurume's vlog, they did something about it, whether it was stabbing someone with a pencil or, you know, breaking the egg on the guy's hand or whatever. But for me, the opposite worked. Doing nothing worked better than doing something. I think a lot of bullies are looking for reaction because they want to feel powerful. So what I did was I didn't give them that. I kind of just laid back, and no one really wants to beat up someone or pick on someone who doesn't react. Anyway, that was my bullying experience, and I know getting bullied sucks. But I don't think you should feel your life is over if you're getting bullied. Things can change. Once I got into university, I actually kind of became one of the cool guys. Maybe it's because of my charm with the ladies. How you do it? Honestly guys, I don't know how to stop this bullying problem that's been going on around the world. The only thing I can say is my own personal experience, and hopefully people have their way of dealing with it without going to extremes. So for all you people getting bullied out there, don't let them get to you. Now you've probably heard of Kinoko no Yama, but this is the mint flavored Kinoko no Yama. So let's eat this last chocolate before we go to the contest results. Here it is, looks like a moldy mushroom. Wait, can mushrooms get moldy? Aren't they fungus or mold themselves? I don't know, whatever. Let's try it. Alright, so those are the results. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm gonna send you a private message so you guys can send me your address. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave any comments, especially comments about your childhood bullying experiences. Also, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. Take care. Peace.